Welcome to another episode of For the Record. So today's video is going to be part 2 out of 6 of my vinyl collection. If you like these videos, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any other great videos. And also, just remember that if you like anything vinyl, music, or Marilyn Manson related, that's the content that you're going to find here. And without further ado, let's get on to this section right here. I just took the first couple out just so it has room to breathe, so I can breeze through them a little bit faster. So first off, we're going to start is this is Marilyn Manson Hollywood. This is the bootleg one. The last record I showed on the other side there was the original. This is the red version, and it's got the stampers that looks like the Antichrist Superstar kind of stamper from the original OG version. Not the lightning bolt one, but the other one. This is another bootleg. This is one that I actually need to get an original copy of, an OG copy of. This is the gatefold also. One thing I do like about this though, it's not the original stampers, but it's close enough, to be honest with you, so I'm definitely cool with that. I definitely take pride in my Manson collection 100%. So, here, let me fix that real quick, put that in there just like that. Alright, and then we're going to move on from these, and I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible so it's not so long for you guys. Another Manson bootleg, Last Tour on Earth. Obviously it's a bootleg, they never pressed this album. And we'll just go through Marilyn Manson, High End of Low, another bootleg. They never actually pressed this album on vinyl, so I mean it is what it is, but still overall it's a nice copy. And so sorry about that noise that's out there. My neighbors, they're working on their van or some shit. And, you know, I can't be an asshole neighbor and bitch about something like that. Like, I get that it's noisy, but I'm sorry. This is Marilyn Manson, The Least We Forget. Best of. Just another bootleg. They never pressed this on vinyl officially. And then, put that one in there. This one is Marilyn Manson, Born Villain. This is OG version. I don't know if this ever actually even got repressed or whatnot, but this is OG version. This one is Marilyn Manson, Pearl Emperor. This is just a regular version, probably a repress. I honestly don't know. It could be an OG version for all I know, really. But it's fine for me. I like it. Actually really like this album a lot, so very good album. This was like the start that brought me back into Manson. And then we got Heaven Upside Down. This one's actually still in the plastic. I remember I was doing that for a while. When I would buy albums, I would just open it up just to listen to it, put it back, try to keep it as new as possible. Kill For Me is one of my favorite songs off that album. And then we're going to go into this. This is Marilyn Manson, Weird Chaos. So I have a couple different copies of this. I just want to show you. This is the blue version, as you can see. Blue and black splatter. And then we get into it here. This one is the special edition, which is the gatefold. And then this one, take this one out for a second. That's the see-through with all the multi-different colors. I also got the 7-inch that goes with this. And I also have the vampire picture disc, which I'll grab at the end and show you guys too. In here is where we're going to find a lot of gems. Marilyn Manson, Sweet Dreams Baby broadcast from 1999. It's a radio broadcast. It's not the best, but if you want Marilyn Manson live and you want it on vinyl, I highly suggest getting that. It's actually a pretty dope mix. This is Marilyn Manson OG Beautiful People. This only has remixes on it. Not too highly impressed with this so much. Yeah, I bought it used. I paid like 30 bucks for it, whatever. It's not a big deal breaker for me. At first I really wanted it, but then once I listened to the songs and realized what was on there, picture disc is cool and all, and of course I gotta have it because it's Manson, but other than that. This one is Marilyn Manson, The Spooky Kids, Live in Hell. This has Cake and Sodomy, Suicide Snowman, Lunchbox, Learn to Swim, My Monkey, Misery Machine, and Thief, which was the bonus track on this. This is a pretty awesome album. If you can get your hands on this, I highly suggest this. Way more than that other album. And then I also have, this is Marilyn Manson, The Spooky Kids. This is Dancing with the Antichrist. This is a picture disc. I don't know if anybody have ever seen these. I'm trying to get every single one of those. That's the only one I got so far. Then I also have Marilyn Manson, Genesis of the Devil. This has Same Son of Man, Strange Same Dogma, White Knuckles, White Trash, My Monkey, Misery Machine, Lunchbox, Misery Machine, first ever recording of Marilyn Manson, which, sure. But this is pretty awesome. If you get your hands on this, I definitely suggest this one highly too. That's a really good live album. And then I also have Marilyn Manson, Trial of Blood, the blood splatter version. And this is just another live album, just like the rest of them. That one is okay. It's not so bad. Then we're going to get into the Metallica. This one's Metallica Kill 'Em All, their very first album. And then I got Metallica Ride the Lightning. This is actually one of those Walmart ones they did. I only got a couple of them. I didn't buy them all because can't afford them all, but when I saw the color of that one, I was like, okay, I gotta have that. That's pretty fucking cool. I really like the color of that. I really like how that one is. I only got 2 of the colored Metallica ones. I didn't get all of them. I don't believe my Walmart had all of them anyways, and I didn't really care to get them all like that, but I definitely grabbed certain ones that I could. And this was one of them they had, and I didn't have this album yet, so I was like, screw it. But I already had Kill 'Em All and a couple other ones. This is the other one that I got. This one's on green vinyl. This is a double LP. This is Metallica and Justice for All. That is another amazing album. This one is Metallica Master of Puppets, a personal favorite of mine album. This whole album is amazing. This is one of the albums that got me into Metallica. And then we also have Metallica Black, which was like a lot of people's favorite Metallica album. This was definitely one of my favorite albums growing up as a kid. I remember watching all the music videos of these on MTV. Very awesome. And then we're going to get into it. Whoops. That goes over here. I don't know why that wasn't first. As you all know, I got Mudvayne LD50. This is a gatefold. This is 180 gram. This is a music on vinyl. If you can find this, I highly suggest getting this. This is worth every penny that you're going to pay for it. I think I paid like, I got this for dirt cheap, so I can't really tell you what you're going to pay for it because I don't know if they're in print anymore, but if they ever come back in print, get it. This is 9 Inch Nails Pretty Heat Machine. This is a repress. It's on the Bicycle Music Company, whatever. I got this version because I wanted the original track listing. I wanted it how it's supposed to sound from the original version, the one that I grew up to. That's how I like to buy my albums. I don't like to get the deluxe versions or whatever. I want them to be the way they're supposed to be. And this is 9 Inch Nails Broken. This is another one I got. I pretty much have most of the albums that I would like, that I grew up with. Like, this was one of the first 9 Inch Nails albums I ever had as a kid. I've always loved this album. It actually came with a 7-inch single that had a couple songs on it. It was pretty dope too. I can show you guys that here in a little bit. I go grab the other albums I need to show you. This is 9 Inch Nails, The Downward Spiral. They actually had this at BAM when I went downtown one day, so I went and picked it up because I wasn't about to take that album out. And then this is 9 Inch Nails, The Fragile. This album I bought for $30. It was used, still brand new in the package. You could tell that the casing is a little beat up, but all the albums in there, it's perfectly fine. It's gatefold like this. It's got 2 albums right here, or no, maybe 2. It's got 2 LPs right here, and then it's got a book and an LP right there. It's a pretty thick album. It's not your normal album. But if you buy the bigger sleeves, like this one, it should fit just nice. So here, let's get that up there. And then another one, 9 Inch Nails with Teeth. This one I bought at the mall not too long ago. This is a pretty dope album. I actually like this. This is a gatefold also. It's a double LP. I had to have it for my 9 Inch Nails collection, honestly. I don't really own a whole lot of 9 Inch Nails, but I own mainly the ones that I would like to own for the most part. And then I have 9 Inch Nails at Woodstock. I want to be honest with you. A lot of people didn't like 9 Inch Nails Woodstock performance. I grew up, I watched it on TV live. This sounds exactly the way it sounded at Woodstock. It's straight from the soundboard. It sounds perfectly fine, and honestly, from the U.S. broadcast, I think, anyways, is how this was recorded, which, you know, was straight from their soundboard at the time. So, honestly, this sounds perfectly good, and the way they made this album, really fantastic job with that one. And then, this is a bootleg. This is 9 Inch Nails and All That Could Have Been. And this is a live album, which just has a bunch of songs on it. This is a really great album to own. And if you haven't listened to this album, it's definitely worth checking out. And then we'll go into Nirvana. We're going to start off with Bleach. This is a personal favorite of mine. This is a Sub Pop special edition red and black swirl, straight from the analog tapes. Sounds superb. This is the Palace pressing, which is from the original OGR pressings, which is the best pressing you can find. You can still buy these. Awesome sounding. This mix sounds fucking phenomenal. I love it. And that's one thing I must say with all my Nirvanas, they sound really good. So this is Incesticide. This is a double LP. This is gatefold. It plays at 45 RPM, not 33.5. This is an amazing album. This was one of the Nirvana albums I grew up listening to a lot, and this was always a personal favorite of mine. And I always liked stuff because it wasn't other people's favorites, and because it wasn't their favorite, I always liked it better because I hated listening to other things that other people always loved listening to. So if somebody else liked something else, it made me dislike it that much more because that person liked it. I don't know why, but that's just the way I am. This is the Back in Black in Nirvana In Utero. This is amazing. This sounds fucking phenomenal. I actually do like this. I heard a lot of people talk shit about the mix on this. Personally, to me, it sounds perfectly fine. I have no problems with this. I'm also the one that bought it and own it. So I personally don't care what anybody else thinks. If you don't like this mix, good, then don't fucking buy it. But personally, me, I like it. And I feel like any real Nirvana fan out there would. Okay? And then, Nirvana Unplugged. This is also a Palace pressing. This one sounds fucking phenomenal. I don't really know much about Nirvana pressings, especially this one. I do know that this one sounds fucking amazing. I love it. I love anything to do with Nirvana. I've always been a big Nirvana fan since a kid, so to me, totally worth it. And then we got Live and Loud. Now this is an amazing live concert. This is a gatefold double LP. It even comes with like little VIP pass thing on the inside. It's really, really cool. If you can get this album, definitely check it out. Highly recommend it. Just don't overpay for it. And then I also got Nirvana live at the Paramount. This is amazing too. This was recorded on October 31st, 1991 in Seattle at the Paramount. This is amazing, and I really, really love this. And this actually does have Smells Like Teen Spirit on it too, surprisingly. And then I have a couple bootlegs. Nirvana, the Triple J broadcast, and more rare unreleased tracks. So this comes from broadcast from 1992, another broadcast from 1993, and Saturday Night Live from 1992. This also has Smells Like Teen Spirit on it. This is a great album. These photos are from Nirvana's last photo shoot ever. And this is a limited press. You can buy this. There's different copies of this album. You should say different pressings. But this pressing is only up to 500, and it's on clear vinyl. It's pretty fucking awesome. And then, one of my personal favorites, Nirvana live in Amsterdam, November 25th, 1991. This one actually also has Smells Like Teen Spirit on it, which is amazing. I really like this album. It just sucks because Troy Pissing's Encore is kind of fucked up at the end there where it's got like a scratch on it, but it is what it is. It plays mainly all the way through, and that's what matters. And then we go into Offspring Smash. So, for me as a kid, we had cassette tapes and cassette players, and we had little Walkmans. So, when I had a Walkman, this was one of the first albums I had on repeat over and over when I would go to school in the morning. I'd be listening to Offspring every morning before I get to school. Any chance I had, I took on my Walkman. I'd be listening to Offspring. This album sticks out a lot to me. This is hold really dearly tight to my childhood. This is close to my heart. I've never been a big Offspring fan, but I remember when this album came out, it was just, this is their best album to me. This will always be their best album to me, and I just love this album so much. So I had to have it. Now, Pantera, what can I say about Pantera? This is Pantera Cowboys from Hell. Pantera was a heavy metal band that my cousin always used to like, and I know my cousin used to like them a lot more than me, and I had Official Live growing up, 101, for like the longest time, and Pantera wasn't like necessarily a band that I just got into right away. I had to keep listening. The more older I got, the more I got into Pantera, and I must say, I really do love this album. And I have pretty much the same pressings of all the Pantera albums. They're from Rhino Records. They're all gatefolds. They're all 180 gram. They're all, as you can see right there, they all come with like these inserts that the disc came in, and I just put them in lo-fi sleeves. This one's Vulgar Display of Power. This is one of my personal favorites. I think I like Cowboys from Hell more though. This one's Far Beyond Driven. This has the original cover. I know I shouldn't show it, but this is amazing. This is another gatefold. This is the way the album was supposed to look, but they changed it. I know a lot of people have those other pressings where it's like the one disc and they're colored, and the Revolver had them on sale first, and then magically they showed up in stores all over the United States, and people that pre-ordered them still hadn't got theirs yet. So I thought that was pretty shitty on them. But while all that was happening, I was collecting all my Pantera. And this one is The Great Southern Trendkill. And this is another great one. This one isn't like always high on my list because it hasn't been one of my favorites, but I really should take a listen to this a little bit more and dive deep more into this album, to be honest. And then this one is Reinventing the Steel. This is the 20th anniversary one. This one on sale last year. I bought it As soon as it went on sale, I got an email about it. And of course, it's Pantera, and there's two sides to this. So I got the Terror Date Mix, which is the first LP, which is the whole album, and then I got side 2, which is bonus tracks and unreleased stuff and radio edits and radio mixes. So I'm really happy with this. I don't have the Rhino version of that, but I also do have the Rhino Records of Official Live 101. This has always been one of my personal favorites. This is an amazing live album from Pantera. If you're even close to a Pantera fan, I feel like you should automatically own this, or you should know about this album. And there's no way that you can ignore how good this album sounds. Just saying. And last but not least, this is History of Hostility. So this is like a greatest hits compilation by Rhino Records. This is pretty dope. I actually really like this. It's got Cowboys from Hell, Cemetery Gates, Mouth of War, Walk, Fucking Hostile, I'm Broke, 5 Minutes Ago, Drag the Waters, Revolution Is My Name. And honestly, for like a little mixed album that's like $20 or less, you can't go wrong. And if you don't have any Pantera, I at least highly suggest spending $20 and at least getting this to hold you over until you can collect all the albums. This is one of the first ones I bought just because I knew that they were harder to get, so I had to wait till they all got repressed again, and it took like a whole fucking year, and you know how that goes. So I've had this for quite a while. I've spun this many times, and it's an amazing album, and it sounds really good, so no complaints there. Now this one is Papa Roach Infest. Ah, imagine that. So this is one of my favorite albums right here. This album, what can I say about this? I remember listening to this album as a kid, in my teens, and the most I can say about this is this came out during like a new metal era. This album talks about family home issues and like girlfriends and people backstabbing you. And I felt like this album could relate to my teenage years more than it can now. But I feel like this still to this day holds up as a flawless record. And if you don't know Papa Roach, you should definitely check them out. Now, let's see what else is in here. Okay, so that's it for that side. I will go grab my other albums here for a second just to show you guys. So, this is the picture disc of We Are Chaos, and this is the Vampire Edition. This is a great album. Even this picture disc sounds fucking amazing. I'm not even going to be like lying about that. And then this is God's Gonna Cut You Down. So this is an album that I got, but I personally tried to get in the end, which was the Doors cover. But for whatever reason, they scrapped that whole idea. Not really much I can do about that. This is the We Are Chaos 7-inch. And then for other Manson stuff, I have Manson, Personal Jesus, Marilyn Manson, Mob Scene, which these are cool, but I definitely over fucking paid for those. Marilyn Manson Live in the Netherlands, 1998. This is 9 out of 10 copies. And then this is Marilyn Manson, Justifying My Love, a Madonna remix, and Iron Man remix. These are studio demos, it says, but these are probably the worst sounding. I've seen these go for like stupid expensive on eBay. And I'm going to tell you right now, don't pay more than like 10 or 20 bucks for this, because it ain't worth it. And anybody that's trying to sell it to you for like hundreds of dollars, pretty much telling them to go fuck themselves. And this is 9 Inch Nails. This came with the Broken album. So that's pretty cool. And then I also have Nirvana Sliver in Die 7 inch. And this sounds amazing. And there's a phone call between Kurt and Chris on here. So pretty fucking awesome. So that's all I got for you guys today. And I already tell that it's a long ass video. I don't really care. I just want to give you guys the content that you guys want to get. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Next week we'll dive into this one over here, and we'll go through the rest of my collection, which pretty much almost brings it to Z for, you know, my metal or rock or new age, whatever you want to call it, new metal, for stuff that I grew up listening to, because pretty much I make it so I put them in alphabetical order. If you couldn't tell, I just go through each album by each band member, and that's just the way it goes. That's how I have them organized, and that's how they are in my guest logs. So that's why they're like that. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe as always. Much love to For the Record family. You guys are kicking ass lately, and yeah, take it easy. Be nice to people. Peace.